Do you want to feel good today? Let me share some thoughts with you. I'm Michele Thill, and this is for women on their own for the first time and over 50. And today, let's talk about an article that I came across. Two women that were over 100 years old, sisters that had passed within days of each other. They were sharing their secrets to a long life. One was 105, the other was 108. And in listening or reading what they had to say, I thought that I would pop on because I feel like we start feeling good today, we start bringing that forward. If each day we felt good, think about how our lives would be 5 years from now, 20 years from now. One of the things one of the ladies said in the article is that she didn't feel that 50 was midlife or old. She said life's just beginning at 50. And can you feel that? Or do you want to feel that? I feel that life began for me at 50. My life was crumbling at the time. I thought it was ending, and it was. The life I knew was ending, and the new life was emerging. And it really can be an empowering time if you choose to look at it that way. And as a board certified health and wellness coach, also on this journey with you, I am all about how do you make your health span equal your lifespan. In other words, where you're not falling apart and frail and feeling like getting old sucks, but instead you're vibrant and energetic because you have time now to focus on you, and it's never too late. So the first thing these wonderful sisters, Ruthie and Shirley, were sharing, and I'm scrolling through the article as we're on, is don't forget to dance. Now, to me, I mean, they were talking about physically moving, and their form is they love to dance. And it is so important for us to move our bodies on a daily basis and do it in a way that brings fun. If the gym is some place that brings joy to you, if you love that working out, awesome. If not, what would be something that would help you to move? Yoga, Pilates, going outside and walking every day. We spend our lives sitting more, either in our homes, in our cars, at work, or in front of the computer. What if you got up and moved more? And now that we're getting closer into spring, we just had the time change, so we have the light longer. Could you spend now more time getting outside and moving? Or what would light you up? Maybe it's getting on the yoga mat. Maybe it is actually dancing, taking a class, or just putting on some music and twirling yourself around. Don't forget to dance. That also makes me think of, don't forget to have joy and fun in your life. And so many of us are focused on what's going wrong, either in the world or our own worlds. It's time for us to focus on what's going right for our own sanity and our own health. So don't forget to dance for me also means, what I take away from it is, don't forget to have fun, to bring joy into your day, because that boosts your immune system as well as your mood. Don't forget to dance. Also, to me, makes me think of, don't forget to take some chances. Try some new things. Challenge yourself in a good way. For me, did I ever think I'd be in my own business? No, not at all. I was always behind the scenes, supporting the acts, and now I'm standing up and stepping into my own power, and have been for years. And I'm encouraging you too to take that chance. What is something you would love to do that you're afraid to? Why not dance and see what happens? The next one they shared is don't stop believing. Now, for them, they were talking about how important faith is. And one said, though she wasn't very religious, they did believe in the community of the church, if you will. I think they were both Jewish. So maybe that synagogue and that community and that faith in something bigger than us, as well as being around people that also won't stop believing. You know, you might be around a lot of naysayers and negative people, especially in this world right now. How do you, or I encourage you to go about, is a better way to say it. I encourage you to go about finding like-minded people that will be part of your belief system, that there's good in the world, that we can grow younger as we grow older, that things will be okay, that there is that higher power. That could be a church for you. That could be some sort of like-minded community. That was one of the reasons I created Newbie, my community, which is all about a new way to be. When you're ready to step into that something more, and you might not even be sure exactly what that looks like, having a community of open-minded people who are in a growth mentality and not just that fixed black and white thinking, and are believing in themselves. Don't stop believing, to me, is also believe in yourself and what you are capable of. And if you're having a hard time believing in yourself, borrow my belief in you. If you're listening to me, then I believe you can have what you desire. Borrow my belief and take it and run with it. And find a place where your believing grows and strengthens. The next one is don't stop learning new things. Gosh, I'm a big proponent of that myself. Every day I'm listening to something informational or inspirational, sometimes both, and I'm growing and I'm looking to open up. What happens is when we are learning new things, we're opening areas of our brains that have been closed off. We live our lives so many times on autopilot, doing the same thing at the same time, day after day after day. We don't have to really think about it. You know, have you ever had that where, like, say you get in the car, you go somewhere and you're like, how did I get here? Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the drive. It's just, we're on autopilot. And when you're learning something new, you have to stop and actually think and take it in. At work, for example, my day job, we have a new system that we're working with for payment. And it has been challenging, and it has been expanding my mind, and I feel my brain on fire in a good way as I'm learning this new system, learning things about this system that I need to work around, discovering things, and it like I said, it's helping to open the brain up. So what is something new that you can learn? Maybe it's take a class, maybe it's getting on YouTube University, it's trying to do something that maybe you thought you needed somebody else to do for you, that you're like, no, I'm gonna go in and do it myself. Learning keeps us young, as these sisters have shared. I feel that, I'm going to be learning until the day I stop breathing. And I have heard others say that as well. There's always room to grow. Oh, I've got a quick story. Bob Proctor. One of the people that I follow is his son, Brian, a phenomenal man, sharing his life lessons with his father. And in here, he talks about, on his father's deathbed, how he was still he was too weak to read the Think and Grow Rich book anymore, the Bible that he lived by, and so he would have his son Brian read it to him. He probably knew that book forward and backwards, but he never wanted to feel like he couldn't spend a moment learning. So up until the very end, Bob Proctor was learning. Now, if Bob Proctor can be learning, so can I be learning, so can you. And the fourth thing is, don't forget, age is just a number. As I shared when we started, one of the sisters said, 50 is not middle-aged. Life is just beginning at 50. And it is. It's a new phase for us. It's the ability for us to rediscover and even reinvent ourselves. And especially in this phase of your life, as you're on your own through divorce, or maybe it's a death of a partner, or maybe you're an empty nester now, or you may have lost a job that you've held for a long time, or you're retiring, where it's different and new. And this is the time where you can rediscover more about yourself, who you are now, what makes you tick now. And don't think about your age. I don't like to say my age or share my age or repeat my age. Not because I'm ashamed of my age or feel I'm too old, but I don't want to be held to that number and have people judge me based on that number. Because even though I'm in that midlife period, I feel like I'm 25. I say I'm forever 25. My mother used to always say she was 25. Whenever it came up, she was 25. And she said, I know I don't look it, but that's how I feel inside. I get what she's saying. That forever 25 mentality. And can I add something? When we talk about community too, that also makes me think, where I'm working with a lot of young people, people that are in their late 20s, early 30s. Boy, that sure keeps me young and vibrant than if I was in a job where I was working with a bunch of older people that might be talking about their aches and pains or whatever. They may still be talking about that, but they're young and youthful, and it just goes to show me that it can happen at any age. But we have a lot of laughs, and there's a lot of vitality in youth. And I've heard Dick Van Dyke talk about that as well too, hanging out with the younger people who are vibrant and alive and acting that way. And then the last one is, don't dwell on the past. Now, how many of us are living in the past? And one of the quotes in here is, Ruthie said, I don't look back, I look forward. And think about that. What if we realize, like in the car, you have the windshield where you have to look forward, and then you have that small rear view mirror in the back right there. What if you focused forward? The past has happened. There may be times that you want to visit it, but don't stay stuck there. Keep thinking about, they talked about things that didn't go well for them when they were younger. One of them wanted to be a teacher, but she wasn't able to go to college. The other one wanted to be a nurse, but there was a height requirement, believe it or not, and so she was not able to. They moved forward. Whatever's happened in your life, is bringing you to this moment now. So instead of dwelling back there, think back there for whatever lessons, whatever struggles, whatever challenges you went through are making you who you are today. Embrace moving forward. Embrace your life. Embrace you. Now, if you like what you hear, if I resonate with you, please like, subscribe, and follow for more. And please share this with someone who you feel could benefit from this. And if you're interested more in my community, I've included the link in here as well. Until next time, be well. Sorry guys, hold on 1 second. I've got this screen here I need to remove, I guess. Here we go, now we can finish. Be well.